For the third year in a row, the 2023 New Orleans Saints failed to make the playoffs as they concluded the season with a record of 9-8. After getting out to a 2-0 start, the Saints saw their record dip to 2-2 and then finish 5-5 after 10 games. It was a roller coaster year for the team. Now you know how their year unfolded. They triumphed in a 34-point shutout victory over the Patriots in Week 8 when they forced 3 turnovers and allowed only 8 first downs. They also had one of the best offensive performances of the entire 2023 season in Week 8's victory over the Colts. To be honest, all I can think about as the 2024 season begins is the New Orleans Saints. If head coach Dennis Allen wants to win the Super Bowl, how is the team actively working to improve? Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a more uninspiring football roster than this one. Having lost in the divisional round to the Buccaneers in 2020, we'll discuss the 2024 Saints' chances of returning to the playoffs and what fans may anticipate from them in today's video. This squad has a lot of moving parts, so let's get into it. The 2023 Saints' finest performance came in Week 17 of the season, when they defeated the Buccaneers 23-13. The defense had a hand in the victory, forcing 4 turnovers and helping the team go from 7-8 to 8-8 heading into Week 18. They deserve a lot of the credit because it is an incredible feat for any NFL club to defeat the division winner, much less by double digits. The victory over the Colts in Week 8 was certainly their most remarkable performance, though they should be given credit where it is due. They gave it their all on offensive that day. Those 2 victories were the exception. The other 7 were against clubs that had a first-round pick or higher in the draft. Bryce Young twice, Tyson Bagent, Tommy DeVito, Ryan Tannehill, Mac Jones, and Desmond Ridder were the opponents they defeated in their remaining 7 victories. As the Saints prepare for the year 2024, it is my primary worry. This squad will go to at least 7 victories, and I believe they have a good foundation. Perhaps 8 or 9 minutes. But are you confident in Dennis Allen and Derek Carr to win the big game no matter what? As far as the Saints are concerned, it is the most pressing issue this season. To be honest, while looking back at their 2023 season, Derek Carr wounded himself in Week 3's game against the Packers. If he stays healthy, they might win at Lambeau and get off to a dream start. Since I'm sure Saints fans were likely thinking that, I felt compelled to include it. If we were to dissect their pre-draft activities and free agency period, we would find very little noteworthy. Free agency saw the departure of 3 of its top players: Malcolm Roach to Denver, Jameis Winston to Cleveland, and Andres Peat to Las Vegas. These guys, along with cornerback Lonnie Johnson, safety Marcus May, and Zach Bond, all went elsewhere, but their new clubs likely have backups in mind. The Saints didn't lose a ton of talent in free agency, and whether or not Jameis Winston's departure is a major setback depends on how much stock you put in quarterbacks in this day and age. Nonetheless, the bulk of the 2023 squad will return. You may be aware that the Saints have a peculiar spending habit under general manager Mickey Loomis. Specifically, they spend all of their salary cap money each year without making any significant plans for the future. Because Sean Payton and Drew Brees aren't around to defend this style of team construction, that has been my main gripe with the Saints in recent years. In Drew's absence, the team's performance has been middling, never quite reaching the level needed to secure victories in crucial games. On the other hand, I thought it was brilliant that they added defensive reinforcements Chase Young and Willie Gay Jr. during free agency despite their restricted resources. Behind the scenes, I'm a huge fan of this linebacking trio, which should include Willie as a reliable third linebacker and Demario Davis and Pete Werner. At 35 years old, Demario is plainly showing his age, and it's just a matter of time before his performance declines. There is no one on the team who is older than him, in fact. The finest football DeMario has played since earning